Thomas Stankigen and Friends, Shining Time Stories, Episode 57, Alone, written by Synth on the Rails, adapted by Awesome Train 77. James, the Red Engine, can be vain at times, but he always likes to help out his friends. When Gordon was away at the works, after that monster truck hit him, James was pulling the express for him. He enjoyed it very much, and it was even on time to Kerwin's gate. Skarloey congratulated him. "Well done, James. You are fine standing for Gordon." "Oh, thank you, Skarloey," said James. Other engines pulled the express while Gordon was away, but James knew he did the best. One day at Vickerstown Station, when James had just finished pulling the express, Sir Tom Hatt came in. "Hello, James. I have a job for you." "What is it, sir?" "Tonight I need you to pull a midnight goods train." Well, not a midnight goods train, just a goods train tonight." "Yes, sir." James, thank you, James. Sir Tom was surprised how James was so eager to help, but James was just feeling extra cheery, so he did do it. James was preparing for his goods train. Gordon came back to the sheds. Came back from the works. I expect you and the twins have done well." "Yes, indeed," said Henry. No one mentioned James at all. Donald Douglas didn't either. James heard this and was feeling a bit sad. That Gordon, why didn't he mention me? And Henry, too. Why didn't he mention me? Huh? The most splendid Red Engine on Sodar. When an awful thought struck James. What if no one likes me? I know I'm vain, but maybe that's enough. Oh no. James was feeling sad as he went with his goods train. That morning, Sir Tom Hatt came in. "Hello, engines. I need one of you to work on Edward's branch line while Boko has to be not there." Please, pick me, sir." "Oh, okay, James. Are you all right?" "Yeah, I just want to help out." James wanted to get away from the main line for the time, so he did. Sir Tom Hatt didn't know that James was feeling bad, but James went to Edward's branch line to help out. At Edward's branch line, James met Edward. "Hello, Edward." "Hello, James. Why are you here? Surprised you're here." "Oh, I'm just a bit tired from the hustle bustle of the main line," James lied. "But happy to help you." "Oh, good. Okay." James was starting to feel more cheery. He forgot all about it, and the trucks didn't cause James any trouble when he pulled them to Brandon Docks. But at Brandon Docks, he saw Henry. "James, what are you doing here?" "Oh, didn't you hear, Sir Tom Hatt? I'm filling in for Boko." "Well, I must have not. You probably weren't paying attention. How's the main line? Was it busy without me?" "I bet it was." "Oh, sorry, gotta go." James was very cross. Henry didn't even pay attention to him. James was very cross, and when he saw the other engines, he whistled. They said the same thing, and some of them didn't, just whistled hello, or not even hi, even if James said first. James was starting to feel very mad. He wasn't feeling that happy anymore. As Donald Douglas pulled his goods train, James felt sadder than ever. Oh, then, eventually, engines didn't even whistle hello, even if James did first. James was very cross with Gordon's behavior, and decided that evening that he would go on his evening goods train. He would say hello. He'd talk to give him peace of mind. But when James saw Gordon, he saw Gordon, Donald, Douglas, and Henry all chatting and talking like nothing had happened without him. James just left. He didn't say a word. He was very sad. He decided it was best to tell Edward about it. but the old blue engine was asleep. Oh, come on. Edward won't even listen either. James was even worried that Edward would think the same thing. They didn't even bother waking him up. Over the next few James felt even sadder. Some engines even whistled to him, but James just looked away. They didn't whistle to him though. But after Edward started to notice this, he decided to talk to James. Hello, James. Do you know why are you not whistling? Why are you not? James told Edward about how they're not paying attention to me. Why are they not paying attention to me? Surely I haven't. I mean, I know I'm vain and I can be rude at times, but surely I don't deserve this, James said, starting to cry even a bit. Oh, how about you talk to them? But how about you talk to them? They won't know what they're doing is wrong if they don't know what you're feeling. And I'm sure it's not that. James was really cross. But what if they laugh at me and say I'm so sensitive? Like why? What if they do that? What if they don't? What if they don't do it? What if they apologize? And if they don't? Well, what if they don't? What if they just laugh? Well, they're not your friends. I'll always be your friend. And for the first time in a while, James smiled, knowing that he had a friend in Edward. It was the first time he smiled in almost a week. The next day, James was pulling some trucks to Knapford Station. He was going to go tell Gordon what was wrong. He knew Gordon would be there. The trucks knew that James was feeling nervous. They decided to bump him. On, faster, faster, faster. Oh my goodness, on, stop. James applied his brakes just in time. He stopped. Goodness me, James. Whatever happened? Are you all right? Oh, so now you notice me. You didn't notice me before, huh? Whatever do you mean, James? James then remembered what Edward said. He told the Gordon all about how no one was saying hi to him. Oh, I'm sorry. It was unprofessional of me to act that way. I'm sorry. Anything I can do for you, James? Make sure the others speak for themselves, James said. Will do. Sorry, James. All James did that night was smile. I told you so, James. Okay, you're right, Edward. The next day, Boko came back, and James went back to the main line, where whistles and cheers were out for him. That night, apologies were made, and at last were had, and James knew that he had very good friends, and he knew that he never felt less alone than when he had his friends with him.